Hello, everyone. Welcome to Backyard Musings, broadcasting live from Apple Valley. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott.
We got a topic for you that's not political related, thank goodness.
Okay.
I thought it was interesting. It's an asteroid that's in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. So anyways, let's launch in. In October 2023, NASA launched a spacecraft named Psyche to investigate an asteroid in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, thought to be worth $10 quintillion. That's 19 zeros, quintillion. Not making it up.
So trillion zeros is
Trillion is 369.
369?
Yeah.
369.
Not quite double trillion.
Is it 36?
369.
I'll take your word for it.
36912?
I think so. I think
trillion.
billion is 9, isn't it?
Trillion,
so you got
quadrillion,
hundreds, thousands,
quintillion.
millions, billions. Yeah.
Billions, trillions, quadrillions, quintillions. Yeah. 19
Crazy.
zeros. A lot of money. Anyways,
Crazy.
the asteroid is named Psyche 16. Here's what we know about Psyche 16. It's from Wikipedia, so it must be true, right?
Right.
Psyche 16 is a large M-type asteroid, very large, which was discovered by Italian astronomer Annibale de Gasparis on 17th of March 1852, named after the Greek goddess Psyche.
Just the other day.
The prefix 16 signifies that it was the 16th minor planet in order of discovery. So it's in between Mars and Jupiter, but it's like a protoplanet almost. It's going to crash into something and create another planet. And one of the dozen most massive asteroids. It has a mean diameter of approximately 220 kilometers. It's not perfectly round, so
that's pretty big.
That's 140 miles.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah, that's a big guy. And contains about 1% of the mass of that asteroid belt. It was thought to be the exposed core of a protoplanet, but recent observations cast doubt on that hypothesis. So you got telescopes that are looking for Mauna Kea, the Hubble, and they're reading different,
angles and
sensing like heat and radio, bouncing off and stuff. So this is how they make it. And it has gravity because it has mass. So when it transits about the sun or something, they can see how it affects other things around it to determine, the size of the mass.
So it's in some type of an orbit.
It's in that belt.
Right.
It's in that belt that's, it's got like a spiral, I think. Well, it says in here.
Okay.
Psyche may be a differentiated object, but has experienced a type of iron volcanism, it's volcanoes, also known as ferrovolcanism, while still cooling. If true, this model predicts that metal will be highly enriched only in those regions containing the relic volcanic centers. This view has been bolstered by recent radar observations. On to the big words, Scott.
Okay, here we go. This is embarrassment time, so don't judge me for my lack of pronunciation.
This is
of these words.
PTA, pain, torture, and agony.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so Psyche is believed to be composed largely of metallic iron and nickel, possibly between 30 and 60%. That's
it's a lot of metals there.
Yeah, that's
nickel's like in batteries, right?
We don't know what kind of iron, right? It could be iron ore. It could be, who knows?
New super type of iron, not on the. It's probably on the periodic chart, but maybe not.
Yeah, who knows?
And the nickel, you can make batteries out of that, right?
Yeah. So this has led scientists to speculate that it might be the exposed core of an early planetesimal that lost its outer layers due to violent collisions, accretions. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Accretions in the early solar system,
Like stuff bombarding it, and then the dirt
breaks off,
and
yeah.
you just got the metal.
Yeah. Or even the remains of a different type of metal-rich cosmic body. The value of the metal within the asteroid is thought to be worth about 10,000 quadrillion dollars.
Yeah,
that's
a
a ton of money.
Quintillion.
That would definitely get us out of debt.
Yeah. The whole
and
world.
And have some, right?
And have some, yeah.
Yeah.
And change.
So the equivalent, I didn't mean to turn that into political, but we did. So the equivalent value of 100,000 of the world's 100 trillion gross domestic product economy.
It's worth a lot. It's worth a lot if it is what it is out there.
So, wow, this is fascinating. Does this instantly remind you of the Nostromo?
Yeah, the Nostromo. It was that, the Nostromo, right?
I don't know
What?
the Nostromo.
What?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I looked it
do
up.
our viewers
And it took me to Nordstrom's. It didn't take me to anything else.
Do our viewers want to educate Scott on the
Please,
Nostromo?
please educate
It was
me.
a spacefaring tug that hauled ore from outer space back to the Earth.
When did it do this? Was it in a movie?
No, it's in the movie. It's in the future. It's not.
Gotcha.
Hasn't
happened yet.
Right.
Okay. So in other words, they're going to try and go up and get this thing, mine this.
Yeah, I would.
This asteroid or
Elon Musk
it might
should
even
do
be
it.
considered a planet, right? I mean,
Well, it's a little bit too small.
Too small for a planet, too
Yeah.
big for an asteroid.
Well, it's
know.
a big asteroid, a massive one.
So the space freighter hauling ore back to Earth that was prematurely self-destructed due to the presence of a xenomorph that killed all the crew except, this is really
Ripley,
one woman and one cat.
Ripley and Jonesy. Remember Ripley and Jonesy, right?
This is way above my pay grade. A very expensive piece of equipment, I might add. So on January 28th, 2020, just a couple of years ago, or February, I'm sorry, just a couple of years ago, NASA awarded SpaceX a $117 million contract to launch the Psyche spacecraft, the size of a van, and 2 small stat secondary missions on a Falcon Heavy rocket.
We probably saw it launch.
Probably
saw it launch last year.
Yeah, that would have been because
October of last year.
they launched several rockets.
Yeah.
I mean, SpaceX has been pretty busy.
Yeah.
The spacecraft was successfully launched on October 13th, 2023 at about 1:20. What is that? What is UTC? I'm sorry, 14:20. Yeah, so 2:20.
Yeah.
What is that?
Universal time.
Universal time. Okay.
Yeah.
With an expected arrival in 2029, so
it's
not
gonna
too
take
far.
a while.
Yeah, but not
Get
too
there.
long in space terms, right? The spacecraft is expected to orbit Psyche 16 for 20 months.
Okay, that's great. Pick
Yeah.
up some data. Right?
Yeah, really. Studying its topography, surface features, gravity, magnetism, and other characteristics.
Love it, man. We got something. We got eyes in the sky. Going to get there in 2029. We need Wayland Technologies or Elon Musk to start building that freighter. Start building it now. So when we get the data, boom, we launch off in 2025. Go get all those ores, mine it.
Yeah.
Outer space miners, right?
Yeah.
Space miners.
Yeah, bring it back.
Bring it back. Exploring Psyche will give scientists a unique look at a body that may resemble the interior of our own planet, offering clues about the building blocks of planets and the early solar system's history. That's cool for scientists, right?
Mm-hmm.
Besides the money. That's cool. The mission could also pave the way for future exploration and potential mining of metal-rich asteroids. Love it. Which could have significant implications for space resources and industry. As of late May this year, that was a couple months ago,
Yep.
it was 190 million miles away from Earth and moving at a rapid speed of 23 miles per second or 84,000 miles per hour.
Wow.
It gained some speed when it jumped. It will eventually reach speeds of up to 124,000 miles per hour, according to NASA. The spacecraft will take a long spiraling route to the asteroid, amounting to around 2.2 billion miles. The van-sized craft had recently entered full cruise mode, meaning that it began using its electric ion thrusters to power its journey toward the asteroid. All right, so we got some futuristic stuff going on.
And this is going to take some people. I mean, if we got men on this thing, which we're going to have to do, right? You don't think we're going to have men on this thing?
Not on the Psyche.
Well, not on Psyche, but eventually we're
Yeah.
going to have to get there to mine this stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, unless
So
robotics.
this is going to be quite a commitment, right? I mean, you could go there, do the work, and come back, and you might be ready for retirement.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a
You'd have to
ways
sign
away.
a big thing that you're not going to sue if you die.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, disclosure.
Yeah.
This is kind of interesting.
These futuristic thrusters work by throwing out charged ions of xenon, powered by sunlight, exerting a steady acceleration. The spacecraft will slingshot past Mars in spring of 2026. So in about 14 months, it's going to slingshot. Hopefully, it takes some pictures of Mars. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
We'll use it. I wouldn't mind if it orbited, a couple months or a month, around Mars and then slingshot it. But it'll probably lose some acceleration if it does
Well,
that.
we've had some spacecraft that have gone around Mars. But,
and
but
landed on Mars.
Yeah.
Rover.
So this is just one more step.
So in spring 2026, so a slingshot before its final sprint towards the asteroid. Totally cool. I thought it was cool. If we can get someone like an Elon Musk to build a spacecraft, a tug, freighter, and get some dudes, some miners who could withstand space and do actual mining.
But again, this is going to be a long process, right? Because if we're going to send men up there, then we've got to send, like in the old days when they used to send chimpanzees and other life form before we, take men up in there. So
you're saying, are you saying you want chimps to do the mining first?
No. Just testing to see if they're going to be able to survive out this far and that long. I mean, that's what we did, and we just went to the moon. Not that we just went to the moon; that was kind of a big deal.
Yeah, that was kind of harrowing too.
But yeah, when they sent up the Mercury crafts at the beginning and Gemini and stuff, they sent up animals at first. So
I wonder if they'll be put in like stasis to kind of sleep, until they get close to the asteroid, and then, or are they just gonna be playing cards for 7 years, going over the schematics of the equipment and familiarization.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe move the space station out a little closer. They can dock there and use that as kind of a rest stop, or 7-Eleven, or what is that restaurant they used to have years ago? Stuckey's.
Stuckey's.
You don't remember the Stuckey's restaurants? No. Oh my gosh. Anyway,
Buc-ee's. I know.
If you go to Las Vegas, there's an old Stuckey's on the side of the freeway there, just before you get to.
That would be
Afton Canyon.
That would be a long distance for a
space station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would take you 3 years to get there, right? And then 3 years to get back. So if something happened,
that's what I'm saying.
The xenomorph got on board.
It would be an amazing commitment from somebody. But I imagine that there's some people out there that would be willing to do that. I mean, either that or live in their parents' house in their basement. I mean,
kind of loners but you got to check that medical because you're going to be alone, so you don't want a psycho crazy with you. Anyways, I thought it was interesting. I mean, being almost a proto planet, at part, what crashes in. I thought that's fascinating. And there's another asteroid belt outside of Neptune. Neptune is just on the edge of another big asteroid belt.
Fascinating.
It's within our solar system. We need some spacecraft that can travel there fast.
Yeah. Well, y'all know my feelings about NASA and their history and stuff. And
they film.
They want to do that.
Oh, okay.
No, they didn't film anything. Come on. We landed on the moon. Come on.
I'm just saying. Some people think that.
Yeah.
I don't.
Know, some do.
I don't.
But yeah, that's off the charts.
Okay. Thanks, everyone. If you got some suggestions, let us know. I see these interesting things, and I'm like, maybe somebody would like to hear that.
Yeah.
Give a break from the political, stuff going on.
Have a great weekend.
Okay, we'll
Take
see
care.
you.
Thank you.